What's up everyone, it's Paul and LaFon bringing you another Overwatch League recap video. The Dallas Fuel have been looking up as of late, but now they face a real challenge in the San Francisco Shock.
This is one of the two games this week that I have a close eye on. Dallas has been gunning for the spot of average after being basement dwellers. Can they play up to the Pacific competition, or was the Justice Smackdown just a case of bullying a weak Atlantic squad?
It's looking for a little bit of a boop here.
Hiding patiently.
These people.
They don't know he's there yet, but here we
The
go.
halt,
Oh, the halt
boop.
into the boop! It's beautiful! Mock, you absolute legend! Wow!
Has got to get his Blizzard to give them some ults to counter Doha.
The aggression that they're playing into them here. They know they have EMP. They're playing full tempo straight into them, not letting Dallas take control of the tempo of the game. And this is exactly where the San Francisco Shock are really prevalent. They love to use the EMP, caught onto a lot of them, force out a sound barrier, but then getting the hack onto Violet mid-coalescence, cancelling it, was excellent. That was giving Dallas the opening they needed to really start to win this one now. As you can see with these pickoffs, they are going to be able to slowly recontest and recap this point up. Striker is going to be buying them a couple of ult percentage here. Or, sorry, capture percentage, I should say. But
And now the
90.
question becomes...
A lot of ults online for the Dallas Fuel. You can see them using that supercharger and the coalescence. That is a deadly combination of ultimates. You can see the damage just being flowed through the opposition. San Francisco Shock did not stand a chance. The only save...
But I expect them to AMP this fight.
Doha. Hack doesn't quite connect. I think Choi Hobin ended up cleansing it there, but we're going to see ultimates being traded here. The point flip back into the favor of the San Francisco Shock. Nice hack though onto Rascal. He has his Blizzard, can't use it. Now opts to just unload it. Nice hold into it. Decay gets 2 and Decay gets 3. Cleaning up right when it was necessary, despite the fact that San Francisco Shock used the ult.
Nowhere near a sound barrier.
Rascal with a Tracer. It's been a while since we've seen this. Supercharger laid down, but Crimzo removes it. Gamsu gets the kill. The sound barrier, the EMP. It's all looking good for Dallas. They find the pickoffs, and San Francisco Shock, they're chasing them down, and no one can touch the Dallas Fuel. Take the initial round here and control. Great high tempo plays.
That is so good from Dallas. This may be the best.
Corner, and now we see the ultimates coming out here. Coalescence, Gravitic Flux connects onto tons of players. The San Francisco Shock in a bit of trouble here, but the Blizzard is going to be locking up enough players. Doha, Decay, Gamsu, they all fall. And the San Francisco Shock happily able to just clean up the remainers, clean up the leftovers, and they are going to recap this point over in their favor. But so far, Striker has the Death Blossom. He TPs, he's looking for an opportunity to use it. Decay in the backline is going to trigger that overtime. Uses the Death Blossom, but gets 8 up now, and Rascal is able to get the pick. Close is going to try and shift this point over into their favor, but Dallas Fuel have lost the duel on the front line. And the San Francisco Shock now, they've got so many picks, they can just split up and take the attack on both fronts of the battle, if you will. Only a few players left remaining. The San Francisco Shock, they get enough kills that they're able to just cleanly...
But also the team play is just so much better. Look how fast the San Francisco Shock are. Caught up though. Sound barrier force for the Dallas Fuel.
And Doha gets with the backline. Violet goes down. Moth using the sound barrier just to stay competitive in this fight. The Shock could still turn this in their favor, but no, with a beautiful Gravitic Flux. It's very even across the board as it stands. No, it's sealed up from the rest of your
strike, and they've also got a coalescence.
Meteor Strike used now. Holt moves into the backline. Choi Hobin so weak. It chunks him down. So much damage. The Dallas Fuel are doing it. Only a couple of steps away from potentially taking the first map against the San Francisco Shock. And as the overtime trickles down, both the support ults are all for naught. The Shock support line are trying their hardest, but it's all for naught, as I said once more. Choi Hobin on the ball just to stall it out. Dallas playing aggressive into them. They force him away. Rascal tries to go for some sort of play with the tactical visor here. Falls very, very low. Forces out the ice block though, and that's more valuable than you think, because look at the kills flowing in for them. Closer goes for a little boop attempt, but he's going to be pinned against the wall. Decay TPing into the back line. He's still alive for now. Eventually, Shock will overrun him. And they are going to keep pushing this car forwards, and that is a dangerous, essentially hunt for any flanks. Nice little hold, pulls him away from the high ground now, along with the bomb into the back line. Choi Hobin, he gets value with it. Striker lays down the pulse bomb, but the Ice Wall actually blocked it from his own teammate. Rascal not letting him get the damage done, but the beat down is more than enough. It's a brutal bit of damage, brutal work when it's up close and personal like that, but it gets the job done. And the San Francisco Shock, a necessary evil at the end of the day. The coalescence from the Dallas Fuel is not really finding any kills, but look at that! Decay layers down the Death Blossom alongside the Supercharger, and it's just too much damage to ignore. Now unleashed by Violet, washing down the opposition, the Blizzard as well.
Why aren't Dallas using
lock
ult?
them out of the position here. Dallas, they just back off. They let them get it for free. Not really utilizing anything.
I'm surprised there. I thought that Dallas were going to be the ones to use the Blizzard themselves and try and put the pressure on the San Francisco Shock. But
he beats the backline. A Gravitic Flux sends all of them flying into the air. Straight back down again. Immortality Field will keep them alive. But unfortunately, the damage was done. Dallas Fuel far too low to try and withstand that. The sound barrier on top is going to be doing enough. And a quick little headshot there from Striker onto Decay while he was frozen up means that the Dallas Fuel are able to cap it all the way to the end. 56 seconds in their time bank.
A very fast completion from the San Francisco.
The tank line of Shock, but it fades. And now they're going for the big wraparound here. The coalescence into it. The aggression playing straight into them. Holt comes in. Doha! Oh my goodness! 4 kills. That's a lot of work, pal. There you go. I said, as we've been promised for the longest time. Now the Dragon Strike, the Holt comes through. Choi Hyobin caught, and that's the damage. It's through, baby. Look at the nano boost. Look at the damage boost. There's too much. They can't deal with it. 4 kills for Doha. Make it 5. Give him the 6. Do it. Beautiful stuff. I love to see it. Dallas Fuel Supercharger. Both teams' Superchargers going to be falling here. The Shock, though, have the aggression. They've speed boosted into the backline. They're going to be looking for any kills they can get, and they find them. The front line ends up collapsing. The only remaining member is Doha, but Doha's going to have to evacuate his way out of there, and he does just that as Striker takes him out. Yeah, and that allows him to get a kill onto Note. Pretty big one, losing one of your tanks like that. Rascal just playing the line of sight. He has the Blizzard available, just tries to go for the freeze, but dodged out of the way. Doha in the back line. Rocket Punch does connect, but it seems like it is all San Francisco Shock. The kill feed lighting up in orange. Vault, stunned, bashed up. We see them moving down. Supercharger from Dallas, along with the Coalescence. No one can contest, no one can get close. They're going to get this cap.
Moth with a bit of a late sound barrier. I think I was ready also.
Backline Decay. He prioritizes the Supercharger once more. He's still a threat in the backline, but a Shock. The aggression is there. They've just sped boosted into their backline. Decay needs to come up big now. The shields are there to protect the rest of the San Francisco Shock with 45 seconds remaining. They have to use cooldowns to just even get out of the fight. Choi Hyobin over the rafters. The Gravitic Flux takes out Gamsu. The Fortify wasn't enough to save him. They've wiggled their way around to the backline, but Moth is there to defend. Doha with a Meteor Strike, forced to half HP. Closer use of the sound barrier, but it's the only player it connects onto is himself. And Doha, one man against the world, is not enough for now. The San Francisco Shock, moments away from taking this map away from the Dallas Fuel. That is going to do it as the overtime burns to a halt. Absurd. Now, one of the keys to victory is going to be avoiding these Holt accretion combos. Doha in the sky. He goes for the barrage and he finds a target. Can he find anything else? Smurf goes down. It's going to be the 1-for-1 trade. But Dallas looks like they're in a good position to try and take this one now. Rascal using the Mei Wall defensively. He's eating a lot of damage though, and Closer manages to get the Resurrect and goes for the kill onto Choi. Pumping in damage. The pistol does the work. And Doha, with the help of his team being damage boosted up, they're able to just cleanly take this first point. Okay, still has a Dragon Strike as the defensive wall comes up along with the Amplification Matrix and the Dragon Strike. But it's not enough. The San Francisco Shock just leap into the backline, leaping into the fray. They use the Blizzard on top, and they lock down the remaining members of Dallas. They played aggressively into their backline, and they're able to find these picks. And they're looking for more, honestly, but...
Yeah, very aggressive. Crimso's made the swap over to the Moira, so slightly more healing for Dallas.
Blocks. Striker answers back straight into the backline. Death Blossom into the left clicks. It's all you need when you have the Holt there to keep him in place. Can Choi get any kills though? This Supercharger's not going to be going down anytime soon. Gamsu keeps it alive, but now the Shock are unloading ultimates. The Blizzard from the side of Doha doesn't really get any value. The Shock are the ones who come out on top, utilizing Moth's sound barrier to really just get ahead when it comes to that war of attrition. The extra HP helping. Shock are going to start to try and play aggressively now because Dallas have wrapped all the way around. Nice accretion in the back. Note falls low. The Coalescence just washes him down. Takes him out, and Doha is locked behind enemy lines right now. He's going for the right clicks, but Rascal finds him first with the freeze. 1 minute remaining. Striker wins the 1v1. Goes for the tactical crouch.
Oh, wow.
Decay type.
Pretty disciplined with how they use their ultimates. And Dallas don't really have any explosive potential.
Yeah, for the Shock.
Not so for the Shock, though.
Shock definitely do, as they went in with that supercharger, and you can see just the effect of that damage boost did a lot of work. It will keep them alive. Blizzard comes into the backline here. Smurf waddles forward because he has the fortify. He can afford to pressure them. Dallas are a little bit split here. Decay has to come out clutch. Soundbar going to be used now just to keep Shock alive in this fight. Now they're running this one all the way to the finish line. The supercharger comes out from Gamsu. They have the damage. Dallas will not go unrewarded. The punch comes out from Doha, and they will get the full completion.
Unbelievable scenes there towards the end from Note. Saves his team from a gravitic flux with a long
Shock. It was picture perfect, and it's allowed them to try and take a fight. They've already got a cap now. TP into the back line. Supercharger. Nice little Death Blossom by Striker, but it gets cancelled, and Decay comes in with one of his own. Closest the one who steals the show, though. The kill feed will light up with his name instead. Really is showcasing some of the support line. Corner into the corner! Oh my goodness! That could be critical! And now they're trying in the final moments to make it work, but it's all Dallas for. Dallas Fuel, burning strong, burning brightly. They're finding the pickoffs necessary. And with only 10 seconds remaining, I don't think anybody can touch the point.
Nope.
The overtime starts to burn, but can anyone else from Shock even contest this? They don't have ultimates. Moth goes down. Striker has to back up to his team. The ice wall. Troy Hoban comes back in, but the players are falling one at a time. Troy almost frozen up, desperately trying to find an opening for his team. It's too little, too late. The gravitic flux might just seal the deal. And honestly, if we were in an arena right now, you might be here. An end to this push. Dallas no longer really have the damage output to keep pushing into this here. Hulk comes forward. Any follow-up? Not quite. Closer will be the one who falls. And well, they're getting a couple of trade kills, which is always nice when you're on the attacking side of Hanamura, but
he's just got back now.
The TP is already in, and now they're going to be starting to unload a lot of this damage. Look at that. Deleting Choi Hyobin. The accretion makes short work of him there. You see the beam as well as doing enough. It brings down, but Moth gets 2 environmental kills. Are you kidding me? He clutches it up just when the San Francisco Shock were looking like there was a defeat. Moth comes out of nowhere from on high and gets a double kill with the environment. Missing. Moving forward, we see the Blizzard going to be committed by Rascal. Uses the wall.
Oh, no.
He's going to be pinning Gamsu against it. And they're closer using the sound barrier.
They use sound barrier?
Not ideal. Dallas crumbling before our eyes.
This is more what we're used to with the Dallas Fuel here against the Shock with 1 minute left.
Only a minute left, as you said, Josh. And they're caught Note out of position. And they've absolutely brought him down. Note out. You see the Blizzard used by Dallas, but it doesn't find anything. Striker using the Death Blossom just to peel away from them, along with the Coalescence. Dallas have to back out of here. Might get a pick as well into Decay. Indeed they do. Not ideal if you're a Dallas fan. Down the Supercharger, I mean, that's not the play. And now Moth using the sound barrier. They have the HP advantage. The Gravitic Flux is tearing through them. And the Dallas Fuel, they do not stand a chance. They shifted a couple of members onto the point just to try and squeak out maybe a tick, just to give them a glimmer of hope. But now, the only outcome is a draw or defeat for the Dallas Fuel. And Rascal, I mean, he could be typing anything. He could be evading the fine system.
Yeah, I'm afraid I don't speak.
Great opening here. The Skull Orb has enough damage to take out a couple of these members here, and they're able to collapse onto the necessary targets here now. Decay with a couple of nice little shots here, takes the 1v1 against Moth. Does not lose those, unlike me.
Decay is such a scary DPS to be going up against. His damage
early. Gamsu has to use his Fortify, but Note gets yoinkers off the high ground again, and Note's going to get brought down. Cannot eat up any of that freeze damage, just goes straight through him. And now Doha caught between a rock and a hard place. He will go down. No one is able to touch the point. Already half the control points. Gamsu has to waddle his way through the ice wall, but it's not going to be enough. The San Francisco Shock with a blitzing pace are able to clean up this map. Lessons going to be used very early on here by the Shock, but look at that Gravitic Flux. In the back line, it catches onto a few of them. Dallas answer back. Closer ended up using his sound barrier. Didn't really get anything done here. You can see the Blizzard now being utilized as well. Note throws it up. The Shock in complete control of the situation. They knew how to play around the abilities and ultimates, and they do so elegantly.
Yeah. On our first map, the biggest reason that Dallas were able to come away with the win was because when they didn't have EMP.
The back line is trying to get a pick off at least once or twice, but Rascal made the switch over to the Tourbillon just to try and negate it. Now we see the Death Blossom come through as Striker. 3 kills, and despite the fact that the accretion stopped him in his tracks, too little, too late, and the San Francisco Shock going to be taking round number 1.
Beautiful flank timing from Striker there. Just
Supercharger, and the Coalescence on Crimson was just keeping his team alive. They force out the ice block. The Supercharger does go down though, and now it's going to force out the sound barrier. It only connects onto a few. Decay ends up going down. The Gravitic Flux, it's free. They already used the sound barrier to try and engage into this one, but they recap the point, Josh. That's the important fact right now. Dallas ended up re-flipping it into their favor, so what should have been precious time being gained for
everybody
Striker.
else up. Striker with the
TP
Death Blossom.
has the Death Blossom, unleashes it, lets it go, connects it onto one, and he's going to find it on another as well, just with the Hellfire shotguns. Great plays from the Shock, well executed, using the Supercharger as well to win that one out.
But it's all about positioning and how you rotate around these obstacles.
You see the Ice Wall
There's
getting
the Lucio
used very
speed boost.
early on here. The accretion does not connect. Ice Ball, the Ice Block I should say, is pretty good, but Rascal kills Note. They're getting a few trade kills, but it's the Shock who come out on top, and I gotta say, you're running this mirror composition, the mate to get value with his Gravitic Flux. He sends it up, he connects it onto 3 targets. That's pretty good because Moth does not have the barrier. And the Dallas Fuel, off the back of that added damage, chunking away their HP, are able to just win the team fight out, and they are gonna flip this point back over to them.
I gotta say, I didn't know whether Note was capable on the Sigma. He's the kind of player where we've only seen him have.
Does go down, but you can see Violet using the Coalescence. A little bit of a later one now from Dallas, and it is chaotic. Striker ended up using his Death Blossom on the low ground, was taken out. Still anyone's game. Moth ended up using his sound barrier, but I think this is going the way of the San Francisco Shock. I don't agree with Decay trying to clutch it in the final moments with that Death Blossom. Seemed like a bit of a waste to me. But the point is going to flip back to the Shock now, but that was scrappy.
If Rascal still had his Blizzard, this would be disastrous.
It's used early. They're falling low. Troy Hyobin's in the back line. He comes from on high, doing tons of damage. And he is going to stay alive. His team are able to peel for him. Doa finally takes him out. Still going to say, though, this looks like it is Shock's team fight win. And I guess they have to get some value out of it. The accretion gets blocked. Note is safe. He sends it up, but only catches onto one. They collapse onto Gamza. They take him out. No one is able to touch. Someone's got to get there. They do in the final moments. Closer gets to it, but I think it is too little too late, Josh. 99%. The San Francisco Shock are rolling over them. They found the opportunities. They found the pickoffs. And the Dallas Fuel, they came oh so close. But in the final moments, it was not enough, and the San Francisco Shock are the ones who close out the series.
To stay up to date with all things Overwatch League, make sure to check out one of our other recap videos.